Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Mr. KB. It is still February 15, 2015. And here, I believe, will be the final video for the whole setting up your personal audio recording microphone setup thing that we have going. These are the final four items that I winded up buying to go along with the setup that I bought. Because if you guys watched my first video or my second video, thank you very much. Buying a mic for a prosumer style audio capture setup, well, with regards to a mic, is more than just buying the mic, and you need all these cables. So we're going to start with the cables themselves. We're going to move the rest of this stuff away, and I will explain to you what I wound up buying after the case to kind of just have the whole setup. We're going to start with this cable here. This cable is a CBI MLC20 Low Z XLR microphone cable. It's a 20-foot cable. Now, what all those numbers meant that I actually read to you mean, I don't even know. I literally just went again with reviews with people who I assume are more knowledgeable to these things when it comes to me, and also went with price. So I kind of took the whole price to review score ratio. And again, since I'm not a professional, I'm not looking for monster cables. I'm not looking for pro type stuff. I'm not trying to spend 50, 60 bucks on cables. So basically it's a 20-foot cord. It looks about 20 feet. If I was a kid back in the days, I'm pretty sure I'd be scared to have this in the house because it's just a weapon. But you have the connection for your XLR mic here and the other part here. One of them is an input, one of them is an output. We will set this all up. But this is one cable. The other cable, basically what this cable is for, is to connect from the bottom of my mic to the mic in part of the power supply that I unboxed in the last video. Now, the next cable here is Hosa XVM-115F microphone cable, XLR 3F to right angle 3.5 millimeter TRS. It's a 15-foot cord. As you can tell, it looks a lot thinner than the actual power supply cord, which, again, don't know what it means or don't know why it is the way that it is. Here's the diaphragm showing is more of the features in the back. XLR connector with internal strain relief, blah, 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 all this stuff that I really, honestly don't even care about. If it works, it works. I don't care about the marketing mumbo jumbo. So we're going to open this. Sometimes you gotta teach these boxes who is boss. You gotta cut some foods, you know what I mean? Again, another thing, it looks about 15 all rolled up. This will go from the output source of your power supply to the actual computer. The reason why I decided to go with the 3.5 millimeter connection to my PC is that this actually gives me more options. I own a lot more things that have a 3.5 jack than I do a USB audio port. The only things that I have currently that would be able to use USB audio are my PC and my PS4. My plan was to use this for my rant videos, talking to my homies as we're playing games online. I believe that 3.5 allows me a greater degree of freedom when it comes to actually using my mic as opposed to having it specialized to a couple of items, which is why I went with 3.5. They do have USB solutions, if that is something that is preferable to your wants and needs. By all means, investigate those, but this is what I went with. This here, I'm going to be a little bit conflicted about, and I'll tell you why in a bit, but this is the Dragonpad studio microphone mic windscreen pop filter with swivel mount. Now, I owned a bunch of these little crappy microphones that are in headsets and that I've used for other things, or even just used embedded mics such as the one I used for this camera for this unboxing. What I am told pop filters do and what I can find from the internet is that it helps shield the mic from and if that popped in your ear, it's supposed to help that kind of popping, hence the name Pop Shield, of strong pronunciation such as P's. I don't even know what else would have it besides a P. But if you have a habit of having strong popping pronunciations while speaking, this should alleviate some of the problems. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this up. And a lot of these things are actually very cheap. On average, I spent about $8 an item. A little less, a little more, but I'm just giving you guys an average as far as the first three things you guys are seeing here. This is very simple. You guys saw the box. Here's a swivel mount. It's a double layered. So there's one filter in the back, there's one filter in the front. You can tell if you go like this, there's two. Swivel. The swivel is actually very strong, so wherever you put it, it's gonna actually stick. Here is the mounting, and we'll figure out how to put that on in a bit. And now this is the reason why I'm saying that the pop mic might actually be one of those things that I should have probably investigated last. But this here is the Wild US Professional Adjustable Microphone Suspension Scissor Arm Mic Stand. Looking in the box, there appears to be Japanese writing on top. I am going to assume this is from Japan, which I did not know when I bought it, but if this is the case, I have this thing about Japanese where I expect nothing but quality when it comes to their products. According to this, and this wasn't in the description, but according to all the diagrams and stuff that I can tell, is that it comes with the windscreen, the actual mic holder, and the clamp to hook it up to your desk, table, wherever it is that you can clamp it up to. There's actually no other descriptions on the box, and the back kind of shows me more of the same. So we're going to open this up. Alright, here's the actual clamp. Here is the mount, the mic holder, and it looks like the box lies, so I feel justified in buying the first pop filter because this does not come with one. Why it's actually on the box, I don't know. Maybe they should remove it. But since it's not in the actual description, I'm not going to hold it up against them. So we're going to start with the actual mount itself and why I decided to choose this particular mic stand. This one wasn't overly expensive. I believe I wound up paying $15 for it. There were cheaper solutions for about $10. And the only reason, and this is probably going to sound really stupid, part of the reason why I spent the extra $6 is basically for the actual mount. If you look here, this simple washer right here, and plus the mount actually feels good, which I didn't know prior to this, but now, you know, the quality is kind of coming in. But this little pad, this little piece of metal here, is roughly the only reason why I spent $7 more. I didn't want to go to the Home Depot and look for a screw that, you know, I can put a little washer on and have to deal with the driving and trying to in G.I. Joe and MacGyver this. You know, when I first got it, I wanted something that was ready to use out of the box. Now, most of the ones that I saw for around $10 don't come with this little washer. They just come with the screw. The problem with it just coming with the screw is the screw itself will start digging into whatever you clamp it to. So you're gonna have a hole on your desk, your table, and if I put a hole in this table, there's gonna be an unhappy wife. So what I ended up doing was literally just buying this for this basic thing. If I put a rag under it, I can virtually clamp this anywhere, leaving no marks whatsoever. The problem again with just having the actual screw is, besides the hole, is that the mounting point will eventually get loose and you're going to have a lot of wobbling in that area. It's not my personal belief that that's going to happen. That is actual physics. If you stick things to a point and start wiggling it, start moving it around, start mounting it, unmounting it on a daily basis, eventually this mount is going to give out and the whole thing's going to fall on you, which is what I don't want. Now when it comes to scissor itself, it actually feels really good. Looks like there's a tightening torsion screw right in the middle. This looks to be, yep, that is the mic holder here, the mic end holder here. And here is what I'm going to say is the back. I believe it to be true, but we'll figure it out. So this is one end, this is the other end. We'll see what goes where. There's no instructions, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. And then last but not least is the actual mic holder itself. How this will actually work with my mic, I am not too sure, because I do believe that the shock mount for my mic actually already comes with the mount that I can use already. So if that is the case, I will be using the shock mount mic holder instead of the one that came packaged. This looks more like if you have a standalone mic you see in concerts that people slide in and out while dancing around on stage. This looks like it would fit those type of microphones. It does have a little bit of an adjuster here just in case you have a slightly bigger mount hole. You can make it smaller with this. But that is all the accessories you will need to actually make the microphone setup work. So we have the actual stand slash mount, 2 cables, one for the power supply, one for the actual input to your device, and the pop filter. So that was 4 additional accessories plus a power supply from the last video that I needed just to make this work. I'm gonna leave it there, and the next video will literally be everything put together, shown together, and we'll see how that actually goes. For the time being, this has been Mr. KB, and I'll see you guys in a bit.